Hey, my name's Derrickson, and I'm the Ranger 1 at Cheraw State Park. Just trying to have you out today. We're going to go follow around and just look at some things I do throughout the day. And hopefully we'll get up some fun stuff. Come on. So we're down here at the boat docks right now. We're going to just go over how we go and do our boat runnings. A big part of it is just making sure as a safety officer is that they have the necessary things going out boating. We'll give them life jackets that come with whistles, and then we'll give them our paddles depending on what kind of boats they get. And then we usually walk them down here as we're going over our rules of what we need to go through with them to get their boat. Staying in the boats, make sure that you have your life jacket, kids, and the age restrictions that has to be 18 and over, you go with a kid. And then me or in the summertime, we have a boat dock attendant that comes down and he'll help them unload their boat, push them off, once again go over the rules and give them the necessary items. Then we'll bring them down here, and we also have john boats, canoes, kayaks, double kayaks, and our paddle boats. Recently I have 4 new paddle boats because of the summer season. We're trying to get more people out. And we'll push them off here, set them up, and they can go boating out to see our cypress trees or down to our spillway, which is also down by the dam. And they'll usually rent it out by the hour, or you could spend off to go for the whole day. So a major part of staying down here in the beach area in the summertime is just trying to make sure that people are having a good time on the beach, but are also safe. So on the park we have 2 big shelters that have seating areas that are more covered. We have several picnic pads, but we also have 2 shelters. There's a shelter on the hill, and then there's the boat dock shelter. I like the boat dock shelter because we can do a little bit of fishing. It comes off, we have a little dock that goes across here. It's more accessible for fishing, and a big part of being the Rangers, how we have the fishing loaning program. So it's always kind of interesting to go out and tell people, introduce them to new things, show them how to go fishing, tie up stuff, and let's, encourage it. So being on the park, we do have a lot of visitors come through, and some of them, trash blows away. There's a little wind coming through. A big part of my job is just going by and picking up and making sure that the grass stays clean, not just for our guests and customers, but as well as our animals that live here. We have a lot of squirrels and turtles and stuff that come through here, and they're gonna, they see shiny stuff and birds. They're gonna come by and they're gonna pick up trash, and they're gonna want to try to eat on it. But it's little things. I mean, it's something that's a habit that you pick up on. That's just kind of, you see trash, you're gonna want to pick it up. So we're in the grill right now, the pro shop, and it's just kind of like, what big thing that I do is that I'm over going out and I have to buy hot dog buns. We make them here ourselves. So you have to buy things, make them there, come back, do a little bit of inventorizing. We just recently did them. This is a hot dog rolling machine. And then back here is where we keep most of our industrial freezer, stuff like that. And we have bags of ice that we make ourselves. So it's kind of something we kind of do. We'll come in here, we'll get this big shank here, scoop up ice, put it in the bag, and we'll sell it. Hopefully more than this though. So as the safety officer, I had to go around, and we recently just got, in the summertime, we replace our fire extinguishers, and every month we go around and have to go off and just say that it's making sure that it's in the green and that it's not under pressurized where it won't pump out, and over pressurized, because if it's over pressurized, it'll break up the system and then we'll have an issue. So most of the time they're going to stay green because these are very new, and I'll just put this month 21, my little signature, and I'll go around. And it's a lot of safety inspections, making sure that things are going fine in here. A big thing I do is I go upstairs, and we have to navigate through and try to replace air filters so that we're having good air conditioning pumped through, especially in the summertime, because it's overworking, and we're going to try to make sure that it cools off the place. So a big thing about being a ranger is that you do a lot of projects. One of these projects here is that we just made a new bridge to walk over here and make it more accessible to people. The thing about learning about doing your projects is, specifications, trying to make sure it's in regulations, it's handicap accessible, but it's also, sanded down and safe. I've worked on a couple projects out here. One of these is this bridge that goes over a walkway to make it more accessible for people to get around. And then recently we just put in 5 new picnic pads. And that was really interesting making, because now it's something that, you know, it's more accessible to people. Now people can come out and have a good time and really enjoy themselves. But it's just something that I've always kind of, you know, a jack of all trades to kind of come out here and be, you know, your safety man and be also a handyman. So it's a lot of fun things to get into. So we had these come pre-made, you had to buy out the stuff, and then we came in, we had to hammer it together, put our screws together, and then try to move it down here. So we're in the house on the hill right now, and my job is to kind of come through and make sure that it's clean, and whenever it is rented out for parties or social events, you know, that holds up to 100 people now. And I can come back and I can set out your tables and chairs, but you know, most of my thing is coming before they come in is to come through to the kitchen and just kind of make sure things are wiped down and things are clean, and you know, no dishes, nothing like that, no trash picked up. And I'll come through and I'll sweep through, make sure the floors are nice and squeeged off or mopped up, and then come back through. But big thing runs off of propane. This is the original fireplace, and most of the times you have to either come through and make sure that the line is clean. So that's a big thing to do, just make sure it routinely runs. Coming back through in the back porch is just a lot of lamps in the winter time, in case you want to have outdoor activities and stuff. More than likely it kind of takes care of itself. It's just a lot of cutting grass and making sure that things are mostly being maintained. And so that's just a lot of what my job is. It's a fun job to have, and I'm glad you was able to come with me.